Hey, this is Braden, and today I'm going to be doing a review, kind of a walkthrough of Rayman Legends. So I borrowed this game from the library, my local library. They have a ton of Xbox One games, which I did not know. So you should look into your library to see if you have any. Picked up this game. I played a couple older Rayman Legends, so I had high hopes for this game, put it in, and the first thing I noticed, and this is probably the same theme I'm going to carry out throughout this review, this game looks gorgeous. A lot of people, when they heard about the Xbox One games, they're like, oh, Battlefield, Call of Duty, all this, Assassin's Creed, and then they got talking about the frame rates and the resolution. Forza was really the main one that was 1080p at 60 frames per second, but they forgot that Rayman Legends over here at 60 frames per second. And the color, the texture, the level designs, they look amazing. As you can see, the general flow of the game has not been changed. You swing, you jump from point A to point B of a level, kind of like Super Mario Brothers almost. Collecting items, lumens. You want to collect the king and queens for extra points. There are some boss levels, which we'll talk about later as well. And the entire time, there's really no limit to lives. You can die and die and die and die. And there's one level you'll see in the video here that for the boss level, I just kept on dying. I just could not die. So in some parts, it is a little tough, particularly some of the bosses. Yeah, you're going to have to take a couple goes at it. There's no variations of it. You know, you could just be stuck at the same point for hours on end before you get past it. So it's like a little puzzle game like that, which is fun. For content-wise, they had a couple new outfits here and there and level designs, but overall, the features are the same. The gameplay mechanics are the same. The characters are fun, and how they organize the menu, the main place that you are between going into different realms and different levels and then whatnot. It's interesting. I do find when you first start the game that it's a lot to realize right away. You're like, oh, holy smokes, okay, how do I get to here? How do I get here? And there's not much of a walkthrough. There's a menu system which kind of, once you unlock something new, you can quick jump right to it, which is handy. But wandering through them, it's kind of fun to see what you have unlocked and what you don't have unlocked and what you need to unlock it. There's a lot of expansion and a lot of levels in this game too. It's not a game that you can just sit down in one day and beat, because you're going to get stuck. Guaranteed you're going to get stuck somewhere, and those kind of games are fun. A lot of people don't realize that Rayman Legends right now, just kind of checking, is still the #1 voted, well, highest rated Xbox One game on Metascore right now. What do we got here? We got a score of 91, which is 5 points above second place, which is Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Third place is Titanfall at 86. So that's a big jump up on all the competition, even though it is a different type of game. Not quite the same, but even Trials Fusion, which is similar arcade, general flow to things, it scored an 80. 91, I think it's mainly on the visuals. Just booting up this game just to look at the levels. They're bright, they're colorful, the contrasts are good, and even the enemies, they're done really well. They're quirky, they're detailed, nice crisp edges to them. You don't get many scenes where you'll be like, holy smokes, there's so much flying at me, and the 60 frames per second was really worth it. They could have gotten away with 45, heck, even probably 30 frames per second, and this game doesn't really test you for that. It's not like a fast-moving FPS or even an RTS or RPG where some scenes are really, really quick. Even the boss scenes, as you can tell here, it's still slow, but it looks gorgeous, and they did a really good job. So overall, on this game, I'm definitely going to recommend playing it. I don't know if it would be a buying game. There's not much additional content to it once you finish the game. No longevity to the game, but it's fun, it's quirky. Definitely give it a shot, rent it. Out of 10, I would probably give this one a solid 8.5, mainly because of the progressive system. It wasn't really there, and after 20 minutes, you do get a little bit bored of the game because it is just the same thing over and over again, but what it does really well. So check it out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for listening.